Japan Dyno, the best of Japan to you.
Howdy, this is Andy of Japan Dyno, and I have for you an HKS super sequential blow-off valve made by the HKS company here in Japan for the Skyline vehicles, for the R32, R33 Skyline. This is the flange here, the Skyline bolt-on flange, just bolts in place of the stock blow-off valve, exactly in the position the stock blow-off valve goes. So just a plug and play for the stock Skylines, the GTST or the GTR, doesn't matter, they all have the same flange on the bottom here. So the Skyline flange, the valve here is a universal blow-off valve. If the flange can be adapted to suit your turbo vehicle, the valve will work with your turbo vehicle, a fully adjustable type of blow-off valve. The super sequential blow-off valve, of course HKS, a famous tuning and performance company here in Japan, and looking at the side of the valve here, we can see has the back here, which is the spring housing. So there's a spring here. Spring is adjusted by winding in and out the bolt and then locking it in place with a locking nut here. There's a diaphragm that runs through the center. The diaphragm is pushed on by the boost pressure from below, from the flange here, and pulled on by intermanifold vacuum connected to the nipple here. When that is enough to overcome the spring, the diaphragm moves in little fluttering movements against the spring, pulling a piston which runs through the center here. When the piston moves, it releases little sequential bursts of boost through the front of the blow-off valve, creating that very distinctive super sequential blow-off valve sound. So the blow-off valve made of billet aluminum, as you can see there, very tidy, a few little minor marks and scratches, and a little bit of staining, but a very tidy example of the super sequential blow-off valve. Front of the valve has the front little piston there. You can see the purple part of the piston, the very distinctive HKS super sequential blow-off valve look. The boost squeezes around the edge as this piston moves in little fluttering movements, creating that very distinctive sequential sound. So this is the trumpet part, the part from which the sound emanates, and the other side of the valve was another close-up here of the front there. The trumpet there, you can see in good, tidy condition. A few little marks and stains, good, tidy condition, and the flange for the Skyline. The back of the unit, this is the spring housing here, the adjustment bolt locking nut, the nipple which goes to the inner manifold, the diaphragm in this area here. So a super sequential blow-off valve for the Japanese Skyline, the GTST or the GTR. Of course, with the GTR, you would require two of the valves if you wanted to completely replace your stock valves. The Skyline HKS super sequential blow-off valve, made in Japan by the HKS company, made in Japan, from Japan. Thank you.
In order to serve you better, we have our website at www.japandyno.com, as well as our blog, the Japan Dyno Daily Fix, where we feature items of special interest. Look forward to seeing you there.